Hello friends, Adam here with FED. Today we're starting our Fire Emblem 12, New Mystery of the Emblem, Heroes of Light and Shadow playthrough on the hardest difficulty, which is Lunatic Reverse. Lunatic Reverse has all of the enemies with stats, just like they have in Lunatic, which are super high, matching, often exceeding or matching your player units, except for a few really good exceptions. And your the enemies always attack first. This is the big problem too. So if an enemy can counterattack even on player phase, they will always attack first. It's like they have Vantage Plus from Awakening. They're just gonna always get a hit in before you have a chance to take them out. So there's nothing. So you can't like weaken a guy with say like an archer and then have your Pegasus Knight fly in and take him out without taking a counterattack. If the guy can attack them, they're going to get hit, and it makes it really hard to keep your HP up, and it makes it really hard to just survive. Survival is the big challenge in Reverse Lunatic, right? Because all in all, you can combine to take down enemies, and it's not that bad, but it can be wholly frustrating, extremely frustrating to really just keep your HP up, especially in the Prologue, which many will consider potentially the hardest part of the game, just because you have such limited resources when it comes to healing, and the healer you do get isn't that good. So, Lunatic Reverse, playing classic mode, so if you die, you're gone forever. We are going to change the name of Chris to Milo, named after my dog and my little best friend here, so couldn't help it. We're going to go male, and we're going to go fighters. So you can build a good avatar no matter what class you pick. But I did some testing, and what I like the most is fighter, and I think it's pretty fun. I kind of like the glass cannon aspect of it. So now we get to pick some stat things. We're going to pick Noble's Child, gives +2 speed, and we're going to pick Diversity, which gives +1 strength and also some strength growth. And then Enlightened, which raises our HP growth above 100, allowing us to gain 2 points of HP, which is going to be pretty nice for the bulk of the avatar unit, just because with the low defensive fighter, we're going to really need that extra HP to survive. So this first map, super basic, super easy. Because we pick Noble and we have a high enough speed, we double this guy. This soldier does have a chance to roll higher speed, so we don't double him. Either way, we can deal with it. It just makes it so we have to use another healing item, which is a Vulnerary. And here we fight Jagan. We just heal up and let him attack us. We do end up using 2 Vulneraries. If you get lucky and get a dodge in his first 2 attacks, then you don't have to use the second Vulnerary. But we just do, because I didn't feel like rigging that and waiting for him to dodge. See here, we don't heal because I figure, we'll try and dodge. You could save a turn if you would have healed right away and then had him attack on this player phase, so we'd end right now. But actually I wouldn't have saved a turn. I guess I would have saved a player phase, but that doesn't matter all that much. We're not really playing for turn count anyways in this playthrough. We're just trying to beat the game. And kind of a funny thing is this level up is super important. So I reset over and over and over again, and I'll show that in a minute, to get the level up I wanted. This is ultimately the level up I wanted. I wanted strength, speed, and defense all in one level. But here is a montage of crappy level ups that I didn't accept. So I played through this map 6 or 7 times until I got the level up I wanted, which was the first one you saw that got HP, strength, speed, and defense right here. So that gives us allows us to hit some important thresholds for the next map, allowing us to double one of the enemy characters, and also allowing us to just not die as easily with the high defense. So, and by high defense I mean 4 defense, because fighter just has a really low defense base. Alright, Prologue 2 is honestly pretty chill. We have Luke and Rhodey, who will eventually join our team, but they are spaced far enough apart where you only have to take on one at a time. And if you put Ryan on a fort, he'll have higher defense, and that's one thing in this game that's really important to understand. It's enemy attack priority. So enemies will always go for dealing more damage when they can, unless they can kill an enemy. So it goes, if they can kill someone, they kill them. If they can deal more damage, they will attack them. And then after that, they start looking for ways to keep themselves safe. So because Milo, our fighter here, has such low defense, he targets him rather than targeting Ryan, which is pretty silly because Ryan would have been the safer pick for him to target, would have been taking a counterattack. but instead we get to attack him twice on 2 enemy phases pretty easily with the Avatar, and then we have Ryan take him out. And now we're going to save resources, we're going to sit on this fort. Resources are really tight in these first few chapters, and again, this isn't an LTC by any means. All I want is to survive and win. So some of my strats might be a little turtley to start, but we'll get better. And then Rhodey's easy. He uses a lance, so we have the weapon triangle advantage. So he loses like 2 attack when he attacks us, rather than having 14. Like, I think if you did the math, it would either be 14 or 13 damage he would have dealt, but because he loses the weapon triangle, he's a lot less formidable. And because we double him, we just mow him down. And here we're going to get our next level. I would have reset for a good level here, but luckily we got what I wanted on the first level up here, the first try. So no need to reset. Get ourselves some strength, speed, and defense again. I really like the way that looks. Our avatar's coming a long way here. All right, now we're going to move on to the third chapter of the prologue. This is going to be the last chapter we do in today's video. Sorry, this commentary is going kind of quick as I have a lot to cover for these first few chapters, because they teach us a lot. But I will be bringing guests on later on to have more in-depth, fun discussions while we also talk about the chapter as it goes on. So this one is really your first test, I feel like. This is the first chapter that you really have to deal with multiple enemies on the same turn. So you have these 2 fighters and this hero, and because of our level ups and the things we picked at the beginning for higher bases and speed, we do have an avatar that doubles every single enemy on the map besides Sita, who is the boss right here. She's pretty scary, but he can double in 1 round every enemy besides Sita, essentially. So we want to try and take advantage of his low defense and have him get targeted, but we put him in the fort so he's not targeted by 2 enemies at the same time. So in the fort you get +1 defense, which makes his defense just high enough to make it so that fighter would prefer to go attack Ryan. We do miss here, which is really unfortunate, but we are able to compensate. So if he would have hit both of those hits, this map would be kind of a joke at this point, but we have to do some improvising here. So that enemy only moves when you move into his range. Pretty simple AI. So I'm considering here, okay, can I survive both? But we decide to just take this guy out with our friend Milo. He doubles and takes him out pretty easy. The 84% hit rate is a little annoying to deal with, but luckily we hit him. And now we just need our Cavaliers and our Archer to take care of this mercenary. So we do put Ryan there. I said he was going to take care of the mercenary. I lied. we put Ryan in front of Milo to keep him safe on the next player phase, and then we'll be able to take care of this fighter in due turn while keeping everyone alive. So Ryan barely survives this, escapes by the skin of his teeth, and now we're going to surround this dude and try to take him down safely. And by surround this dude, I mean we're going to surround Ryan. So this is one way that we can essentially we just use it to protect Ryan here. We pass him a vulnerary because we're going to have to heal up our Cavaliers as well to keep them from dying on enemy phase. And this just gives us an extra turn to heal up a little bit, because again, healing is honestly kind of the hard. I feel like your health is the hardest thing to manage in Reverse Lunatic. So because it's always low, man. It's always low. So now we get to take out this fighter with Milo, and it's pretty simple. So again, the AI is really interesting in this game. It almost solely goes after the person it can deal the most damage to, whether it's through doubling. And also an interesting note to keep in mind, if an enemy has a crit rate of 2 or higher, it'll consider that an automatic hit. Like, it'll consider that a crit, the full damage it would normally do. Meaning, say you have Ryan, who is facing 2 crit from an enemy, and you have Milo, who's facing no crit from an enemy. If they have the same defense, that enemy will always attack Ryan. Even if Ryan has higher defense, they will still attack Ryan if they deal more damage with a crit. So Sita is actually pretty easy because we have an extremely strong and fast fighter in Milo. So we don't even get doubled by her, I believe, and we just jack her up. So Milo plus a shot from an archer is enough to kill here, but we don't want to give. I don't want to give Ryan all the experience, so we make sure to attack again with Milo to get a little more experience for him. Get 10 more experience, I believe, and then we can finish off with anyone on the map. And a decent level up on Lex speed again, but we'll take it. And we finish off with Luke, because at this point I wanted Luke to be a major part of the plan, but I don't know, I'm pretty disappointed in him and how he turned out. So he would have gotten doubled there, so if he would have missed, he would have died, but it worked out to where he just got the hit, so it's fine. But that is the first 3 chapters of Fire Emblem, New Mystery of the Emblem. Here we have an interesting choice. If you say yes to Jagan's question, you get one map. If you say no, you get the other. We say no because I prefer the no side of Prologue 4. I just think it is, it's a little easier, especially for the build that I have, and I like the unit that we get. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this, and we'll have more New Mystery of the Emblem coming to your way tomorrow. We should be doing the next 3 chapters of the Prologue, and then the next day after that we'll have the next chapter, and then the final chapter. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.